Hey you guys, this is Krispy Kreme here, and today is going to be a little bit of a different video. A few things inspired me to want to make this, which I'll get into all of that later. But for now, if you guys like a little bit of a story time, you guys can maybe grab some popcorn, maybe kick back, and just listen to me ramble about a video game I love while trying to play virtual training, which enjoy my shitty gameplay. So, like how all great stories start, the year is 2006, and I got my first Xbox and my first video game with it. That video game was Sonic the Hedgehog. Being a kid at the time, I didn't have the critical thinking skills to realize that this game was a big flop, but I didn't care. I liked Sonic, and I still do. That being said, however, my 360 was used at the time, and maybe after a year or so, I got the infamous Red Ring of Death. And I didn't play video games for a very long time after that. Um, so if you guys are aware, ACB, it came out in the year 2010, around November. I didn't get the game until 2011, which was around probably like the beginning-ish of that year. First AC game, I had no idea anything story-wise, but I thought the multiplayer screenshots from what I looked up looked pretty interesting and cool. And going online for the first time, I was kind of nervous, maybe a bit scared, but I was a reserved person, much more reserved than I am now, but I went online and I think I played a game. I think maybe I was the courtesan or something. But I do know was that I ended up making my first Xbox friend on there. XX Ardoa XX. Shout out to him. We probably played like a few games together, but not that much. I was still kind of new to all this Xbox Live. And throughout that year, I just played the game casually, whenever I had the time. But, being a kid at the time, that's all I wanted to do is just play video games every time I got off of school, summer break. It was all I can think about was just going back and playing ACB multiplayer. And then comes the release of ACR, and I ended up playing it, but it just wasn't the same. It just didn't feel the same to me. But at least I still had ACB, and I would switch back and forth between those two games. Around that time, I would come across two players like over and over again. They were Demidget07 and I'm a little F word kid. Can't say the actual name or else I'll get in trouble. Even though I'm gay, by the way, but we'll call her just Kid. So I would always come across them, and one day they invited me to an Xbox Live party. I joined, and they said that they wanted to be friends with me, like play games with me, and yeah, we really kicked it off. Had a good time with them that day, and that's when they also introduced me sometime soon after. One of my very good Xbox friends, Merrick73. And if I'm going to be totally honest, if I had not met those three, I have no idea where I would be at, like multiplayer wise, or how my gameplay would be like. I owe those three a lot. Like, just shout out to Demidget, I'm a little kid, and Merrick73. Like, if you guys watch this, like, I owe you guys a lot, by the way. And through them, I ended up making new friends around that time. And we would always play games together, whether we were scrimming against each other, or playing public games. Just laughing, having a good time, like talking about the game, just talking about like other life stuff or whatever. And that's the one thing I always look forward to, like every time, like every day. It was like whether I'm like in school or like wherever I was, like all I want to do is just be with my friends and play a video game I love. And then came AC3, which things kind of started to change. Um, around, let me back up a little bit. Around the ACR era, I would have a few best friends here and there, but over time, around AC3, they kind of had other plans going on, like one by one, up until Assassin's Creed 4 came out. And that's when it really started to change, was when a lot of people that I knew back in the day, like, were just all disappearing, like, one by one. And it was also a change for the community, too, back then. Like, AC4 was the last game to have a multiplayer. And I remember, like, people, like, moving on to, like, Destiny or, like, whatever game was popular around that time. I think it was like very clear to me that no one loved AC4, and without a community to like support it, it's like, what do you have left? And what do you know, like everyone that I used to play with all the time just up and gone. Especially around the time when that's when the new console generation came out, the Xbox and One and the PS4 or whatever. And I felt lonely. I mean, I had a clan, of course. Like I used to play with clanmates back then, RFA, but it just didn't really feel the same to me. And I'm a very like nostalgic and kind of emotional guy, so I just wish I could have like kept more in contact with these people or whatever. And pretty much after AC4, this is when my Xbox 360 started to give out life. Like it was starting to break down. Like if I wanted to play ACB or any other game, I would have probably like at most 30 minutes. And that was for like some AC games in particular. I think it was like all of them actually. For some certain games, it wouldn't happen, but for ACB, R3, and 4, like that's all that would happen. Like I would just have like very limited amount of time to play this. And it sucked. Like and I took that as a sign as like it's time to move on. And this was around the time when I graduated from high school that summer. So eventually I ended up giving away my 360 to a pawn shop, which honestly, if someone bought that 360 back then, I am so sorry that you bought a busted up 360. And I eventually gave up my 360 copy of ACB to someone. But yeah, that was for me. That was like the end of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood to me. But deep down, like, you know, I would miss this game. I wish I could go back to it, but at the time I didn't have a job. I didn't have like money for like any of this stuff, so I just moved on, like essentially. And then fast forward to 2021, COVID, COVID happened back in 2020, but this was a very important year for me, back 2021, especially in terms of ACB, was that I don't know how or I remember, but I'm pretty sure I was on stream one day. I was on Twitch one day, and I ended up seeing one of my very good friends on Twitch streaming, Auditory92. He was streaming ACB multiplayer, and I was thinking to myself, oh, like there's people still playing this game? Like, that's nice. And I would watch these streams like every every so often, whenever I could. And what else? Sorry if my thoughts are like disjointed. I'm just trying to like recall like everything, but um one day my dad, he used to work at a thrift store, and sometimes he would bring back um random stuff every now and then. One day he brought home a PlayStation 3, and everything clicked. You know, like I had a PS3 and I decided to order ACB soon after. Waited a few days and I inserted that disc into that disc drive and I played the game. It felt it felt really good to play it again. Like I was excited, I was happy, but you know, at the same time, like I have so many memories associated with this game. Like so many good memories with so many good people that I met throughout those years. And I just know deep down, like, you know, it's not going to be the same, of course, but when I got into that voice chat for the very first time, I think it was Audi, Solo Rose, and Dellpit. Like they welcomed me with open arms. You know, like I was obviously very shy at first because I hadn't talked to anyone from the AC community in so long, but you know, they welcomed me with open arms, and I played the games that I could play that day, and it was really fun. It was really good to like be with some familiar people that I played with back then, and to meet new people that I'm just now starting to like befriend for the first time. And I I just want to say that I owe Auditory 92, or Audi for short. I owe him like a lot, especially because, and I appreciate him for like streaming the game too. Because I have I have no idea what I would be doing to this day. Like I don't know, but Audi, like I owe you a lot for like streaming the game, and I really hope you do stream the game like once the servers come back up, which we'll get to that in a moment. Um, Thank you, dude. Like I owe you a lot. I owe you and Dell a lot. Actually, no, I owe you, Dell, and everyone in that server that we're in a lot. Like I just want to say thank you. Like I really appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. Like thank you. That's all I could say. Like I don't know. Um and I you know, so moving on, like I would play the game publicly, and I met some more people through there as well, such as BB-MurderCases and Leviathan. Very good friends that I still talk to and play with to this day, playing Phasmophobia or whatever AC4. But we would always ping like Manhunt or Wanted 3 out of 6 or whatever, like all the time, even to the point where we would stay up so late trying to look for games. Like we just wanted to play a game that we love a lot, but unfortunately just like there's not a lot of people that play this game, dude, especially on the PS3 version. And it's when we did find some people, like they would be either, you know, people that are playing this game for the first time just to play it, or God forbid, trophy hunters or like boosters. It was kind of an annoying time for us, especially because this franchise, like we're not like Halo or Call of Duty or anything like that. Like our the name is not that big to attract a whole lot of people, and I don't think the average person even knows that Assassin's Creed had or has a multiplayer. So it just really sucks to me. There's like all these hundreds or thousands of people in this big revival server, and not one, there's not a lot of people that play it, which really irritated me. But I talk about that in an unreleased episode of the Synchronizing Agents podcast. But I go like a little bit more detail into it. But it just irritated me a lot, and it sucked. And right now, like the servers for ACB are currently off for all platforms, and I do remember that they said they were going to shut this game down at a certain point, but they never did. So it was kind of like a guessing game when they were going to actually do it. But the servers came off, and we all said our goodbyes to it. And right now, there is someone that's working on the servers to get it up and going. Shout out to Mimac and his team for working very hard and very diligently on the servers to make this game like playable again, which we all want to play. And I'm excited for it. Like when it does come back, like, and when we figure out how to like play it and all, like, oh, you bet your ass I'm gonna fucking play the shit out of this game with all my good friends. Manhunt scrims and escort and all that. So like that was one thing that inspired me to want to make this video, and another was just like looking up my old name on Xbox, which was Crispy10131, and I saw my friends list, and all the friends that I made, like it, like I see them like either offline or they're like still active, but the offline people I'm assuming are just like people that just haven't turned on their 360s in like forever, like they're just permanently not on Xbox anymore or something like that. That made me feel depressed a little bit, but I think the kicker, which was the more recent thing that inspired me to want to make this video, I messaged a friend of mine what was going on with the servers, and letting them know like, hey, servers might potentially come back. Hopefully, you might come back as well. And I looked at our conversations, and I saw a screenshot of a YouTube video that had my name and everyone else's names that I could see that I used to play with all the time. And that was the kicker for me. Like, it made me very nostalgic and at the same time very depressed. And I went on a YouTube nostalgic spree, just watching a bunch of old content that had me or like all my friends in it. And I'm just thinking, where's the time gone? And right now, like, it sucks that I'm not going to be able to like message any of these people when they used to have social media or whatever, but it just sucks to see the friends that you made and you played with all the time just not be there anymore. It sucks. It really does, but but because of this game, like, I made a lot of good memories, a lot of good friends, and I'm still making all of that, all those things that I just said. And there's so many people. There are so many people I could shout out right now, but I'm just gonna leave that in the description. So all those people in the description that I named, I just want to say thank you just thank you. Thank you for playing this game with me. Thank you for being my friend. And hopefully when the servers come back up, we get to play this game again. And hopefully we get to rage together again. Oh my god. Like, this game defined my childhood. Like, everyone has like their game, like Call of Duty or Sonic or Mario, Smash Bros, like Zelda or whatever. That game for me was Assassin's Creed Brotherhood multiplayer. And I'll be forever grateful that I lived to see and experience Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. All right, guys, if you made it this far into the video, you know, thank you. Thank you for listening to me ramble about a game, and hopefully I made sense. I hope. I don't know, like, I just wanted to talk about this because of some recent events and things that I have seen or whatnot. But thank you, and hopefully you guys leave a comment, like, and subscribe to see some more AC multiplayer content. But thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.